Absolutely.
Yeah. And so I wanted to just talk about some other general things that we've seen that are common, no matter what stage you're in. But these are some common mistakes to avoid, and they, a lot of them can be related to some of those early stages, but not necessarily. I mean, one of the things that we see is sometimes doctors make a decision early on in their practice life where, when it comes to their location, that's poor, right? Like they have a poor location decision, whether it's being inside another practice, for instance, limiting your ability to grow or have capacity within there, or limiting your ability to really market effectively or brand you effectively, whatever it is. Thinking through those kinds of things when it comes to your location is important. And do you have the ability to draw from all around you? And this is why, we love working with doctors who are just getting started in practice too, right? When you're coming out of an associate position, you're starting your own practice, you're coming out of school, whatever it is. And we can help you with our Start Right program to really get a great location and help you to establish that right up front. That's huge. But sometimes doctors have to, realize, what, this location is just not right. It's, in order for us to grow beyond where we are, we've got to think about changing what we have. And sometimes it's the practice is not in the right size building, right? Maybe the building that you're in is too big for you, right? Maybe at one point your practice was different than it is now, and you have to reduce your overhead in order to make the finances of the practice work, right? Making location decisions can be really impactful, and sometimes they're really difficult because it can be emotional as well when you've invested in a building or a location or a particular space.
Yep.
Another thing to be thinking about, common mistakes to avoid, is just your branding and marketing plan, right? Really having a clear focus on what you're doing, how you're presenting yourself to the community. Is it all just DIY, or are you just trying to piece something together, or do you have a real clear plan? What we've been doing over the years with doctors is developing a marketing plan so you don't just skip it, and maybe throw some money at marketing if you get a chance to. And another big mistake to avoid is not hiring a CA. We've seen this even recently with a doc that we've worked with that for years, who has finally hired a CA and it's been a game changer for this particular doctor. Mm-hmm. And so making sure that you don't buy into this idea of, oh, you know what, I got to keep my overhead as low as possible. And a CA is an investment. It's an investment. And you've got to invest in that CA early and begin to train them up, because that is a very common mistake that will keep you small.
What's cool is I've seen, where a doctor's pulled the trigger on a CA, right? Like I think of a couple people I've helped to hire one, right? We just define the role, what are they going to be doing? And you start to create the position and defining what it is they're going to be doing. And you can start to, you are intentional about, hey, these are all the things that I wish I had time to do, but I'm not doing. Well, let me create a position where that's part of what they do. So then when you hire them on, they're doing the things that you should have been doing this whole time. And that's their main operating, procedures, So yeah. like you said, it becomes an investment, when you are at having your first CA or your second or third, that you tweak the role. It's not just like a cookie cutter CA role necessarily, but maybe it's you should be doing videos. You should be grabbing those video testimonials or doing some of your own organic social media posts or those kinds of things. Coordinating in-office events. And you're like, I know I should be doing that. I know it'd be a lot better if I had that. But then you don't have that, and so you design the role to do it.
That's right. Yeah, maybe it's a new patient coordinator role that needs to be developed, right? To really focus in on your new patients and that making sure that they are getting taken care of the way that they should be, right? Whatever it is, it's making sure that you're hiring at the right times is an important part of moving from one stage to the next, whether it's hiring CAs, whether it's hiring associates, whatever it is, but don't put off that hiring.